All right, well, I think we're live here, world. What is going on? I am the Hungarian Experiment, and welcome to my fourth experimental podcast. Like I said in previous podcasts, I have no real motive or purpose for this. I just want to gather people around my city and around the world who have very unique, different skills and different pieces of knowledge that I believe they can use to help benefit others, and people who are already out there benefiting and helping others out there in the world. Right now, I'm actually talking to my good buddy, Charlie. How do you say your last name exactly?
It's a bit difficult, right? It's like Rüffieux.
Rüffieux. Is that French or?
It's French, but you write it in a German way, so a lot of people are confused.
Yeah, hey, wow, that's impressive. But Charlie has actually joined us on our human experiment journey. He's actually all the way in Switzerland right now, so this was a little struggle to get this going this morning because we're 6 hours apart, but we made it work. We had a little troubles with the internet here this morning, but I just want to say, Charlie, it's great to have you on this podcast.
Dude, I'm so happy to be here because exactly 1 year ago I found your channel and I was like, this dude has something special. Like, I really started to follow you, and now I'm here, you know, like it's so funny how things can happen, you know.
Well, man, after we chatted for a little bit there, you messaged me and I messaged back with you, and then I found you and your YouTube journey, and I thought you just as fascinating and just as intriguing to watch and follow along on YouTube, which is why we managed to stay in contact, man. I think what you're doing is absolutely amazing.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate that, man. It's amazing.
No problem, buddy. You're pushing boundaries and to help people get their self-esteem up and to change their mental drive. And I think that's very important in the world and something that we're lacking, and not just lacking in the personal space, but lacking like on YouTube. And I think what you're doing, because you're kind of documenting it, not long term, but you're taking people through your life, and you're taking people through as you're growing the self-esteem, and you're trying to show them. So I think that's very important. One of the things that you are very big on, at least with your YouTube channel and your own journey through life, is that you love reading. You you read a book like once a month at least. So I wanted to ask you, Charlie, just to start this podcast off, like, what if you only had 3 books to read for the rest of your life? Like, let's say like an apocalypse happened and everything was getting destroyed around you. You could only fit like 3 books into your bag that you think would, like, you could carry on for the rest of your life. Like, what do you think you would take with you?
That's a pretty easy question for me because I really thought about that, and just 3 books popped in my head. One is The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, or also his other book, A New Earth. These 2 books are pretty awesome because they're like spiritual books. Like, if you're not into spirituality, just read them now, like buy them now. It's like amazing how he talks about these topics. And also Tony Robbins, I guess the book is called Awaken the Giant Within, because if you read Eckhart Tolle, you're in the spiritual topics and you feel like, oh yeah, I'm so in the moment, everybody's great, but you cannot always stay in this moment because you cannot get too lazy. So then I also like to read Tony Robbins. He talks about changing your mindset, like changing your reference experiences you gather in life to change your self-image. You know, it goes really deep into getting more successful and like personal development. So Tony Robbins, Awaken the Giant Within. And the last one is also Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People. So if you want to learn about social skills, this book is like amazing. Dale Carnegie is just like a badass. I guess he was working for a millionaire or somebody like back in the day who was really rich, and he was always with him and he was studying him, and then he wrote a book like how to deal with people in business and also besides. So this book like really changed my social skills for the better. Like, these 3 books are truly amazing. So The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, Tony Robbins, Awaken the Giant Within, and then also for your social skills, Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People. And after reading the books, also applying the stuff. That's also really important.
Oh yeah, definitely. I've actually read The Power of Now. That's a great book. I really suggest everyone like reading that book. And I've also read How to Win Friends and Influence People. I got to check out that Tony Robbins book. But
yeah.
So the books that you would bring for you is kind of to keep on your self-improvement and to keep going no matter what.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I like that. You constantly want to keep building yourself up, and especially those books. Those books are the type of books that you can read once, and it can definitely help you in your life, and it could be like a staple in your life that could excel you from there. But those are the types of books that you kind of want to keep reading at different parts of your life because it's going to reiterate different things, right?
It's perfectly explained, especially with the power of now. I've read that when I was 19, 20 the first time. I got perhaps out like 10% of the book. I was like, oh, that's like, he talks about consciousness and the ego, you know, what the fuck. And now, after 3 years, I read it a third time. And always when I read it, I get more out of it, because as your consciousness rises, you resonate with all the stuff, and then you get out like actually more of the book. So yeah, totally agree.
That's awesome. Yeah, for me, I would probably pick like I didn't pick 3 specific books, but for me, I would take things with me that I could kind of prove why like human existence came into being, because I don't know, I was just imagining like an apocalyptic kind of thing, is that I would want to be able to show people like why human nature became to be. So for myself, and one book that I plan on rereading is Gun, Germs, and Steel by Jared Diamond. Have you ever read that book?
No, never.
No.
I need to write it down after the podcast.
Yeah. It's a very like detailed book, and it's very thorough, and it's not so like about spiritual or finding yourself, but it really explains like why certain countries were able to dominate and conquer the world over other countries, partly because like Asia and Europe have one climate, so people could go back and travel and exchange recipes and cooking, but kind of places like Africa and even North America, it's very longitudinal in the world plane, so there's so many different climates that you can't really farm and pass ideas down. So sorry, I just thought that was an amazing book. I didn't want to stray off too much here.
Another book you could like is also by, Marcus Aurelius.
I've heard.
The book Meditations, like he was like a Romish emperor or something, was really powerful back in the day, and he had a lot of adversity to overcome. And before he died, I guess, I'm not really sure, he wrote some letters to himself. And he never wanted to publish that, but now they found his letters, and they put it into a little book, and it's amazing. Like, he talks about, like, basically the message of the book is everything that doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Like, when some adversity happens, the guy was like, be happy that the adversity happens, now you can strengthen your character. And he told that, to be really fulfilled and happy in life, you cannot 100% rely on the things from outside. What makes you happy is finding some values, like knowing, I want to be this person, and then the journey of embodying these values. This will make you happy, like strengthen your character to be like that person at the end. But there is actually no end on this journey. You can never embody these values 100%. But this will make you happy. And it's a really cool view, like.
So you enjoyed that book?
Yeah, like it totally resonates with me right now in the stage of my life. Yeah, amazing.
I've been hearing a lot about that book, and it's stuff like that I find fascinating, because it's not just like, oh, here's some dude who wrote this book, like Leonardo da Vinci. Like, there's so much to him. Like, at that time in life, no one was thinking like that. No one was saying things like that, and yet you have some general of an army going to write these things every night before he goes to bed in his little tent and stuff. So I think that's fascinating. I got to check out that book for sure.
Yeah, that's totally powerful. People always say you learn by mistakes, and I also like to say, who said they need to be your mistakes? So if you read books by such people, like, you can take so much in, and then you apply it, like, your whole life can change.
Exactly, and that's why I think you're such a great human experiment, because you're showing people all this knowledge that they can build, and not just like me. I'm just kind of like, here's the book. If you want to follow it, like, you can come check out my Instagram and Twitter. But for you, you're like, you make videos and like high def videos where you're kind of like walking up, and I remember the one where you're talking about the way of the superior man. And you were very detailed and engulfed in it, and it's not like you're just giving away spoilers to the book. You're kind of giving people ideas on how to build themselves up, and I think that's very important for this world, and you can definitely really help people like figure out what kind of knowledge that they should be building.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks. I really appreciate that. I also always say, my channel is not just about me. It's also like, I'm like the channel for these great ideas. I'm like the channel that these good ideas like come out of my channel and to help people, you know. So I'm really passionate about that, yeah, because these books had such a big impact on my life. And like one day I decided like, yeah, but you know, I always talked with my friends about these books, and my friends were like, hey dude, man, you should like do videos. And I was like, ah, okay, I should try that, you know. And I started with my phone, and something that I realized pretty quickly, like you don't need to start everything perfectly, you know. Just start with the phone, like the content matters. And then after 30, 40 videos, when you buy your first like Canon cam, no idea what kind of cam, then you already have the skills, you know, to do better videos. So that's just my view on that. Like just start a bit shitty, like get the skills. If you want to start a YouTube channel, just unlist your videos, like 30, 20 videos, you put them unlisted, you show them to your friends, and then later you can still publish them or do newer ones. But just start somewhere. That's like, yeah, what I want to tell people. Just start and go with the flow.
Well, just in that same way, as you were saying, like you feel you don't need to make your own mistakes to learn from people's mistakes. Right there, like if someone wants to become another human experiment, they're learning from your great base of knowledge and the mistakes that you've made. And this is what I think is amazing, because it's not even your mistakes, as you were saying, like you are like this funnel. So you're taking all these great ideas from human beings and minds from the past, and it's not like they're just these one little things out there in the world anymore. It's like you're bringing them together and then funneling them out. So it's great, man. I think what you're doing is absolutely amazing.
Thanks.
Of course, buddy. So as you were saying there, unlisting your videos, I never knew you could do that. So like, did you do that in the beginning?
Something similar. I had a Facebook group with some friends, and the Facebook group was called something like 30 days video challenge. And every day I had to upload a video on my phone on Facebook in a closed group. And you were like 10 guys or 20 guys, and they were texting, yeah, like this is good, but you need to do this better and stuff like that. And I did this for like my first 30 videos. Yeah.
Wow, you have a great little community of people working there. Is this the Social Zebras or?
Actually, other people, but yeah, awesome. You mentioned Social Zebras. I have also a personal development club besides, and some guys from this club are also doing this challenge. So yeah, that's also something I want to add here. Like if you're alone, you need to search people that are on your path, because without all my friends that I have behind me, I would never also have the courage to just start. I mean, perhaps I would have the courage, but not so soon in my life. So that's a big thing. Like surround yourself with like-minded people.
So I think that's amazing, you know, surrounding yourself with like-minded people. And when people like see you right now, they see this confident guy, they see this happy-go-lucky guy, but you weren't always like this, right? We're only seeing at this point in your life, which is amazing because we actually get to see this. But you were saying in your you have a video about talking about your anorexia, your past anorexia, sorry, and some of the limitations that you have in your life, and that, you know, it took me about 6 to 7 years to get to this person right now, to be this happy-go-lucky, confident person. So up to that point is when you created YouTube. So what happened after YouTube? Did you see your self-confidence go up even more from there, or your self-esteem? Because I know like when you talk to people and you have some comments that are nasty, it can be negative yet positive. So I want to know your experience with it.
So yeah, to be honest, like now on my YouTube journey, my confidence even increased, because you know, I always say if you are a kind of person, you are like a rocket ship, and if you have some holes in the rocket ship, if you are on the ground, the holes will not destroy the rocket ship. But the higher you go, the more severe these little holes will be in your personality. So when I'm like doing YouTube, I have more responsibility. Like right now, where I have perhaps like 100 or 200 views per video. But I really need to work with my personality flaws even more, because I'm doing like my YouTube videos. So I always say, when you go on such a journey of self-improvement, when you go perhaps also to the gym, or when you do something else, you will be challenged. And with these challenges, the challenges will show like your weaknesses in your personality. So let's say on YouTube, sometimes I'm kind of unorganized. And then I wasn't able to publish on time. And then I realized, shit, like, yeah, that's a sign, you know, I need to be better organized next time. So YouTube really helped me in this regard. And also what I realized is YouTube is, also my self-acceptance is a bit better right now, because self-acceptance is also a part of self-confidence. You can also read this amazing book here. the 6 pillars of self-esteem. And one pillar of self-esteem is self-acceptance. And I realized, okay, my channel is called Charlie Himself, and I like to be authentic. And I was like, yeah, okay, fuck it, I will just be myself on the channel as good as possible. And I started to put my little inside jokes here and there, and I realized, hey, people like it. Then I realized, hey, people accept me for that. That's pretty cool. And then I started to loosen up a little bit more, and I realized with every video I get a bit more confident. But I also realized right now this could be a bit dangerous, because let's say you go in a bit another direction and you realize people like this direction a bit more, but you realize it's not like in line with your values. And then
it's not true to yourself.
Exactly. Sorry. You go this further, and then you could, like, you know, have a burnout or something, because you realize, these people just like me for this kind of person. So really, I need to put my ego a bit aside when I do my YouTube videos and be as authentic as possible. Because I always realize, you know, sometimes I do an awesome video like right now, and my ego then in my head is like, yeah, okay, nice, you did this video with Peter, you're so awesome, you know. And then sometimes I pretend to be somebody else. So you need to be also careful, because your ego could also bite you sometimes when you do YouTube. But it's a cool journey, and I always get insights about myself, about other people. Also, something I want to talk about quick here is when you do videos outside, for example, I started to do them in public, and I always thought, yeah, people will think I'm crazy, people will watch me. But, you know, like, nobody cares. People just walk by, they're just trapped in their head, they don't care what you are doing. Sometimes they stop by. People that are really cool resonate with my stuff, and they stop by. And then after the video, they come to me, they talk with me, but just like 1 or 2 people. So that's a cool thing I realized. Like, as soon as you realize how much time people spend thinking about themselves, you lose the fear of judgment, basically. So there also I got some insights.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's one thing for me as well. It was that whole, okay, like, I'm YouTubing now, like, let's go try this out in public. And even then you're kind of like, you're a little shy and stuff. And it's like, why? Like, the same thoughts that are going on in my head are going on in other people's heads. So it's really not that big of a deal. One of the things that I love that you said there is that this YouTube journey has really helped to build your confidence and your self-esteem. And when you use that analogy about the rocket ship, I think that's amazing, because I don't think people take advantage of YouTube for that. They're going in it like, I want to be famous, I want to be a YouTube star, instead of like, look at all the skills and knowledge I could build. And then along the way, that is going to be something that I can use to show people how much I've grown. I think you could use YouTube, you could use a YouTube channel almost as like a portfolio or a resume, because you're literally every single day posting up what you're knowledgeable about, what you're skillful about, and people can see your confidence levels through that. And if you can take that out into the real world and be that same person, then you just legitimized yourself. You just said, look, I am this person, and you can go double check it. But when you go out in the world, like, if I just met you on a train or something and we started having a conversation and we started diving into things like intermittent fasting and how things feel on our bodies, or how a book changed your opinions on the world, I could sit there and be like, this guy's silly, like, he doesn't know anything. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly. Yeah. It's funny. Like, I guess a lot of people do things for the wrong reasons, and then as soon as they achieve the goal they want to achieve, they are so disappointed that they just stop. So I also realized that back in the day, because, like, I guess you said, I was anorexic basically back in the day, and I was really skinny. And now I have the body I always wanted. Like, I had a photo shoot 2 years ago, and I realized, yeah, I have the body right now, but I'm still not happy. And then I was like a bit unconfident around girls. You know, I went out, like, approaching girls consciously, you know, having fun. Had some amazing experiences, but then I realized also, now I have the experiences I want, but I'm still not 100% happy. I was like, dude, what's wrong, you know? And I went on this spiritual journey, and yeah, I was reading books, and all the books say the same. Like, basically, what makes you happy in the long run is like having a meaning, like having a purpose, like you also talked about on Facebook, having a purpose, and also strengthening your character while you are on that purpose. So the reason why I'm doing YouTube right now is because it's my purpose. I want to help people to be the best version of themselves, like Elliot Hart says it. And also because I want to work on myself, because I realize, hey, the more responsibility I have on YouTube, the also better I get to, like, developing myself, my character, you know. And yeah, it's just a way to like keep me on the hook, like on life, you know, to be passionate. Like perhaps you have another passion, but what I care about is have something you love to do and do this every day and work for that. And that's also, yeah.
I think that's very important, man, because that's a lot of what I discuss on my channel, and what the whole human experiment's about is finding your life task, finding your purpose. And one of the videos that you made that we were discussing earlier, the way of the superior man, I can't remember the full title of the video, unfortunately. Do you know it?
How to be more attractive to women, and then also like The Way of the Superior Man, yeah, by David Taylor.
So exactly. So how to be more attractive to women. And it doesn't have to do with your physical looks. It doesn't have to do with the skills you build. Do you want to explain what it is? It's not about doing and it's not about having.
Yeah.
It's about being, right?
So I just want to mention, I'm not a dating coach or something, but my personal experiences show me that it's not about having or doing, like you said, because most guys think, oh, I need this amazing body, I need this amazing car to get girls, you know, or I need to say this pickup line, you know. But it's not about that. It's more about being. If you are at the core an attractive guy, girls will like you. So what I mean by attractive, like I said, it's not about the looks, but most people don't really realize that, because social conditioning, like the media is telling us, yeah, as a guy you need to be tall, you know. For example, me too, I'm not the tallest dude, but I still like have my like amazing girls in my life, or like other stuff. But you know, you need to look away from the social conditioned way of looking attractiveness, and look like also like what we found attractive like back in the day in tribes, you know, because I know you really like also this prehistoric view of viewing humanity. And there also, like, we had tribes, and there was a guy, and the guy was on his purpose. He was hunting, he was outside, he was bringing food, and he was nourishing the women. And the women around then were like preparing the food, and were like just doing the things that they were doing. So what I do is, from this book, The Way of the Superior Man, I looked at it a bit spiritually. So we talk about masculine energy and feminine energy. So in our society, it's pretty difficult, because most women are not 100% feminine and most guys are not 100% masculine. And this is totally okay. Everybody has two energies in himself. Like myself right now, I'm like 50-50. And the girls I'm attracted to are also 50-50. So masculine energy basically is what most young guys lack in our society. That's just what I'm seeing. You know, most young guys are just too passive. They don't know what to do with their lives. Then they meet like a girl, and then they are too needy, like, yeah, fulfill me, I need you, you know. But it should not be I need you, it should be I want you. So what I see is, what works the best for me is, you have your purpose as a man, you are on your purpose, you are like a train, and the girls can come for a ride, and if they don't like it anymore, they can go. But it's not like a needy way of dating, you know. It's like, I want you to come with me, it's awesome, have an awesome train. If you don't like it, you can go to somebody else, you know. You can come with me. The most beautiful thing I love, it's something I experience right now. By the way, when you look at my channel right now, I just uploaded a video by a girl that I'm dating right now. She's amazing. Perhaps she's watching that, so shout out. And it's cool, because we have a kind of relationship. We push each other on our purposes. You know, she has a purpose, I have a purpose, and now she did the YouTube video on my channel, and I'm helping her with her projects. And that's the most beautiful thing, you know. Instead of both being needy, it's like, I want you, but I don't need you, and we push each other in our both purposes, so to say. If you have a girl that is also in the masculine kind of energy, some girls are pretty feminine, and feminine girls are more like flowing around, enjoying stuff, you know. And if you're a pretty masculine guy, you enjoy more feminine girls. But the point I want to make here, most guys lack this masculine energy, and most guys would need a purpose, like something they work for.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. I like how you're saying there. It's kind of like a synergistic thing. And that's one thing that, you know, I discuss, is that if you need people, I always say to people, like, I don't need people in my life. I want people in my life, just like you said. And because if you need people, you're kind of like saying, like, I can't get by without this. And then how much of a man are you if you can't get through something in life without needing someone else? And as you said there, wanting someone and working synergistically, I think, is very amazing. But also, as you're saying, is that a lot of men in this society don't have that masculine energy, and because they don't have a purpose, they're constantly, you know, they're doing the things that they are told and programmed to do in life. You know, finish high school, get a job, get your car, get a house, and then you have a family, and then you're set, and then you can enjoy life, then you can stop. And then and that's, as you were saying in your one video there, is like most women around 30 to 40 years old, they're kind of giving up on their men because they're losing respect for them because they don't have a purpose anymore. You know, shelter's taken care of, food's taken care of, all the animalistic instincts are taken care of. And if you don't have a purpose, you don't have a drive in life, then what are you really? Because that we're human beings now. We're more than just our animalistic drives and instincts.
Yeah, yeah, totally true. But I also like to mention here, some people or some followers could be a bit like shocked, like, oh, purpose, it's such a strong word. So if you don't know what your purpose is right now, like looking for your purpose could be your purpose. Like try stuff out, you know, if you can, like try different jobs, like read different books, and this could be your purpose, like searching your purpose. Because right now also myself, I'm not 100% on my purpose. It's like a process, but just looking for them and putting the looking over the women will like make you more fulfilled as a man, and women will also respect you more because they like a guy that is doing his thing. Why do little girls like guys that are playing football, like soccer? Like, because the guys are on a purpose, like they play with the ball, they are on a mission, you know. Your purpose could also be like play football with your buddies, or like chilling with your buddies, like eating like food and chilling, even drinking beer, I don't care what it is, but found something you really love and put that over everything and enjoy that, you know. It doesn't mean you need to be a macho guy and put it and putting girls, how can I say that, misbehaving around girls and like insulting them or such stuff. No, always treat women with respect. Your woman can be your most important person in your life, but your purpose should be even more important. And then both can be like yin and yang, you know, like synergistic, how you said.
Well, as you're saying there, though, we all have a purpose, right? So I feel some people find their purpose at a very young age. Like, as you're saying there, like a soccer player, he might know and feel that creative vibe ever since he's a young child. But for people like you and me, it takes a lot of skill and a lot of knowledge building to figure that out. I'm still stumbling upon my life task. I feel like I'm starting to get there finally, and things are, you know, a lot clearer for me in my head as compared to like 5 years ago. But my self-esteem and my confidence was quite low because I didn't know what my purpose was in life. Like I was achieving things and I was accomplishing things, but it didn't feel right because it wasn't the right skills and the right knowledge. And as you were saying there, like, I feel that as we enter this new renaissance, that you're not going to find your purpose until later in life. Like as we are, like we're coming late into our 20s when we're finding out our purpose. Whereas, you know, a couple decades ago, people were finding their purpose at the age of 18, at the age of 20, and they were finding their careers and their amazing life tasks. But as you were saying there, some people's life tasks, like Marcus Aurelius' life task, his life task was to write that meditations book. Now it's someone's life task, it's someone's purpose to funnel that knowledge in and spread it out in a way that other people can benefit from it. And I think you found your purpose, man. Like you're right there. I love watching that. So I think what you're doing is absolutely amazing.
Thank you very much. We appreciate that. It's really great. I love it. I love to do that. So if people watch that, what I did is, you know, it's a long process. But what I did is I was thinking about, okay, what do I like to do? What am I interested about? And what do also people compliment me, you know, because a lot of people told me, yeah, you're so enthusiastic. And I always liked to do public speaking in some way. And I also like attention, you know, I really like that, to be honest. And I also like to expand, that a lot of people watch me. And then I was like, okay, I'm also passionate about personal development, about reading books. And I also want to better myself, still better myself. So I was like, okay, I could use YouTube to better myself. Could use YouTube to practice my public speaking, and I could use YouTube to help other people in personal development. So I combined all these three things. So really look at your life, like what are you good at, what do most people compliment you, and what you like to do, and try to like do like a sculpture, you know, like, and like in perhaps 3 or 4 years, perhaps even in a couple of months, you found something that you like more. Try to do that, like go all in. And if you can have a living by doing that, it's even better. So that's right, the thing I'm trying to do right now, you know, like to align my purpose and also to make money with that. As soon as I can do that, like your life will be, yeah, I mean, my life is already amazing, but I guess then your life will be even like a little bit better because you can invest more time in your purpose.
Oh yeah, 100%. And that's why I think we need other incentives out there in the world besides just the almighty dollar. Because if you're spending 8 hours at a place 5 times a week and you're not building more skills or more knowledge, then that's just what you're constantly doing over and over and over. But if you have something purposeful on the side, and you can benefit off of it, that you can actually enhance your life. You can buy food, or you can get like right now for me, I have to go buy a new pair of glasses here. These things aren't cheap. They're like $200, but I have to use the same money that I use for food, that I use for supplements, that I use for healthcare, that I use to get massages and massage all my knots out so I can function as a human being. So I think that we need to have other ways that we can get incentives to benefit our lives, like through this human experiments. Imagine you're possibly already doing it, and I'm already doing it, but as a YouTuber, you're making money off of YouTube. But it's not like we're just vlogging our lives like a lot of people are doing. We're doing it because we want to try to benefit others. We want to kind of make a documentable, trackable resource that other people can benefit from. And yeah, I think I lost my train of thought there.
No, but it's cool. I totally agree with that. Totally agree with that. Yeah, totally agree. Also, a funny thing I did, like if people watch, like right now, also some like my last job I had was a labor job, you know, because I want to save some money right now, and I cannot make money with YouTube right now, but I want to use that money to grow my YouTube. And then I was working there, and I was like, how can I align this monotone task with my purpose? And I saw that some guys there were like listening to music, and I was like, oh, fuck it, I just listened to audiobooks. And I was listening to audiobooks, and during the work there, I was accumulating knowledge to talk about that on my channel. So then after work, I recorded a video and talked about what I was listening to, you know. So really need to like go against the social conditioned rules sometimes, you know.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like when I'm serving, I'm like got videos going on in my head. I'm writing out scripts to videos. So I think it's definitely, and that's another thing that I think work is important. Although we should have a passion and we should have things that we're driving for, like myself, I always want to be working for someone else because it puts you down a notch. You know, you're taking orders from someone else. You're doing something that you don't want to do, which I think is important. Whether it's like, you know, let me till your garden or something while you're making a TV show. Something should be where you're underneath someone because you need to be taking orders. And I keep losing my train of thought here. What is going on today?
Are you still fasted or what?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah.
Stopped eating at like 9 last night, so I'm right around 14 hours fasted.
How many hours? 14.
Yeah, just 14, nothing crazy.
Okay, no, nothing like 48 hours, you know. Like, I saw the video title, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
But the first video of you that I saw was the 40 hours fast. It was like amazing.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't fun doing the 48-hour fast, but once you get to a certain level, it's just easy. Like, I think I could push for 60 hours, but it's not going to be fun at all.
Yeah.
Charlie, I think this is an amazing talk. I'm glad we had the opportunity to do this podcast. I want to say thank you so much for coming on to here, and thank you for joining the Human Experiment journey. I think what you're doing is absolutely amazing, and people could really benefit from this. Not just people out there in the world, but even our future human experiments, following your YouTube documenting path and seeing how to build self-esteem, seeing how to build confidence in that, you know, putting yourself out there in the world, you are going to benefit from it. You're going to learn skills and you're going to learn knowledge, and you're showing people, like, as you said there, people are listening to music. I'm going to put in audiobooks. So you're like experimenting with life and pushing things that some people don't think of all the time. So I want to commend you for that, man. I think what you're doing is amazing. So thank you so much, Charlie.
Thanks, Peter. You too. I'm so happy to be here. And also, really quick before we end that, if people want to follow my YouTube journey, you can go and search Charlie himself on YouTube, because I hope I can inspire a lot of your followers also to start with YouTube if they have an idea, you know, because I also just started and I told myself, fuck it, just let go of your ego, of your self-image, and just do the stuff. And then your life will change even more. So yeah.
Oh,
Awesome.
definitely, man. You are like the YouTube experiment. You are just enthralled in skill and knowledge building, and you want to help others along the way, and that's so purposeful. So if anyone is interested in following along Charlie's journey, all the links to his social media will be in the description box below. I really suggest subscribing to his YouTube channel. Go check out some of his videos. He's really funny, and he's really informative and educational. So, yeah, I think that's just where we're going to end it here, man. Thank you so much. I can't wait to do another one of these talks, buddy.
Me too, Peter. I can't wait to come to Canada, like, like pretty soon, perhaps next year. Don't know when, but it will be amazing.
Oh, yeah, we'll set something up, Charlie. If either you come here, we'll have a place for you to come and hang out. We'll take you around London. We'll go do some fun stuff. And hopefully one day, if I ever come over to Europe there, see you in Switzerland, that we can meet up, do a podcast. I think that'd be really fun.
No, it's like the universe will always provide.
Oh, yeah. The universe will put us together eventually.
Oh, of course. Nice.
Awesome, buddy. Well, thank you so much for this. Thank you so much for coming on this podcast. Make sure it's about 3 o'clock there, right? So you're like halfway through your day.
Yeah, it's like 4:41. It's cool.
Holy,
it's cool.
Yeah, it's just morning here.
Amazing. Nice.
Well, have yourself a great day, Charlie. It was awesome talking to you, buddy.
You too, bro. I love it, man. Are we still recording, by the way?
I think I'm going to stop it right here.
Okay, yo, stay on the rise, guys. Peace.